Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to match number 7 in my ongoing Age of Empires 3 series. The map is Great Plains. I'm playing Dutch, opponent playing Japanese. We're both ranked as Master Sergeants, and this is actually the third match we've had together. The first match we had, he beat me, and I wasn't recording. I was on for fun, but he beat me pretty resoundingly, and I was pissed, of course, as anybody would when they get beat pretty resoundingly. So I thought, you know what, I need to come back and I need to whoop his ass, and that's what I did in the last video, match 6 in my ongoing series. And then he said, you know what, you beat me, I beat you, let's have a tiebreaker. So here we are with the tiebreaker. I did record this match, however, I chose not to live narrate it. You might be wondering, BTM, you're such a great live narrator and so sexy and have an incredible body. Why did you choose to not live narrate this video? Well, let me tell you why. I chose not to live narrate it because I wanted to beat him. And let me tell you, while I do make it look incredibly easy, it is difficult to talk and play at the same time. So I thought, you know what? Let us get straight into the game. Let's not live narrate this. Let's just focus on playing. And focus on playing is exactly what I did. As you can see, I'm doing my standard Dutch thing. I got a lot of villagers on gold. I got a lot of people on food. I'm just trying to get to the next stage. I actually have 6 on gold, which I believe is more than I usually do have, but I think my plan here was to get enough settlers queued up and then move them all to food in mass rather than try to whittle around with all my villagers on different things. Now his villagers run in and then they run out to the mill, and I can see that. I was curious at first, so I was like, well, is he afraid of my scout? No, he isn't. Now here is my plan, and we do have a plan. We should have a plan whenever we go into an Age of Empires 3 match, ladies and gentlemen. BTM, the terrible is no exception here. I thought, all right, I want to use boats. The minute I saw Great Lakes pop up, I was excited. However, unfortunately, great boats are not going to be an option because it's frozen over. So what else are we going to do? We're going to do trading posts, baby. That's right. There's like 18 quadrillion trading posts on this map. We started with an extra 100 wood, and I thought, you know what? All right, I'm game for this. I am A-okay game for this. We are going to go trading post, trading post, baby. So my first card is going to be 3 settlers. My second card is going to be the advanced TP. That's right, baby. Advanced TP coming out number 2, and then we're going to just start spamming trading posts and just hope that we can take this Japanese sucker down. He's not Japanese. I just mean he's playing Japanese, and I mean sucker not as in he's a bad guy. He's a great guy. We played a bunch of friendly matches. I mean sucker as in I want to beat him. Now, we are finding sheep on the map, which is interesting. I guess wild sheep roam the winter plains of the Great North, but with that in mind, I thought, you know what? He's going to get those sheep. So after I kill this treasure guardian, after this, I have a new sheep policy. I'm going to kill the sheep wherever I find them. You might say, BTM, that's so barbaric. Those poor sheep. What did they ever do to you? Well, let me tell you what they did to me. What they did to me was they existed. No. My reason why I'm going to kill the sheep, all the sheep, future sheep, any sheep, all sheep, ongoing in the match is because the Japanese player will just put them on his shrines, and he's more likely to find them than I am. So I thought, as soon as I saw his explorers walking around, I thought, you know what, if I don't think I can get them back to my town center, I'm killing the sheep. And I just start walking my units around trying to get the sheep killed. Now I do have 3 people on wood here, and that perhaps is a little bit foolish. I could have tightened up my age up time just a little bit by having those guys on food. They were originally my coin villagers, but again, remember, I'm trying to go trading post. That's my whole thought process here, deleting more sheep. That's right. I'm also trying to use my crack shot whenever I get the chance just to kill some people. I thought, you know what, let's crack shot some things, and oh my goodness, I'm staring at this huge bug on my window right now, but I don't want to stop narration to deal with it. Age up in queue, villagers moving to wood, and now I'm faced with a moral dilemma. Do I... Oh, are you going to come to me? Oh, you're like... This is... Okay, I'm sorry. This is horrible. Okay. So I was faced with a moral dilemma. Do I buy the first trading post before I get my advanced TP card, or do I wait? I decide, you know what, we're just going to buy it. Part of the reason why I choose to buy it is because I'm putting that trading post on the trading post closest to his town that is not taken. There's one in his town, but he's already built there. So now I'm thinking, all right, what do I do now? I do, of course, there use the eject button, which is E, but I choose to press it on the TP, which is still faster than pressing the villagers. The reason why, by the way, I recommend not pressing the villager button is because you might just accidentally straight up cancel your aging, which I've done many times, and it makes your game a lot harder. Advanced Trading Post is my second card. I'm sending it while aging. I don't recommend this strategy, by the way. I'm, as usual, just making this all up as I go along. But again, as usual, I'm having a lot of fun. So one good news about this map, though, that will give me a little bit of an advantage, I think, and I'm thinking this while beginning to play, is that a lot of the herds are on the ice. You cannot build on the ice, which means that a lot of the center herds on the map are going to be immune from the Japanese player putting down shrines, and I think that makes me feel pretty good about everything. As you can see here, though, pardon me, I've been drinking a lot of diet water. I've been drinking a lot of soda water, not as in soda, but as in sparkling water with 0 calories and no artificial sweeteners. I'm not sponsored by them, but I've been doing it to get over my addiction to soda. I haven't had a soda in 2 months, so I hit up to the next age. I start building another trading post. I age with the 400 wood, and here's why I age with the 400 wood. You think, oh, BTN, you're so stupid. Well, let me tell you about how, well, I guess stupid I really am. Not stupid I am. So in my first match with this schmuck, I went pretty much exclusively skirms. We fought all the way to the 4th age, and he beat me. My second match with him, I went mostly pike with a little bit of skirms added on afterwards, and I won. So what am I going to do this match? I'm going to go cav, baby. We're going to make some hussar mass. And my thought here was he's not going to expect it. He's going to go Yumi. So my best case scenario is we're just going to force him to sit in his town center. We're going to run around with some hussar, and then we'll start popping out some more skirms, baby. I do decide to make a market. I probably won't buy any upgrades. Market upgrades are, of course, for losers. Just kidding. I am also queuing a house because I always population myself without fail. And it's not even funny. So here out come the hussar. Trading post number 3 going down. My envoy is running around just kind of taking a peek at things. My hussar are running around taking a peek at things. And my goal is just to kind of get him to sit in his town and to basically do nothing while I do something. Now, did I upgrade to the stagecoach? I did not upgrade to the stagecoach yet. But however, I am getting all my trading posts down. At this point, I have 3. And by the time I get to the 4th trading post site, I will have enough gold for 4. I am, of course, scouting around. I really kind of want to try to kill his explorers before he gets any of his shenanigans up. So I do send my hussar up to that top trading post, expecting his explorers to be there to be about to build a trading post, to be honest, because he has one in his town center, so why stop at 1? Trading posts are like STDs. Once you have one, you just want to get them all. Just kidding. I don't recommend getting lots of STDs, ladies and gentlemen, being hyperbolic. Okay, so not making villagers. You have the 4 villager shipment on the way, but that's okay. And here come his explorers, so I am going to try to get my hussar in and to attack him. Now, the second my hussars start engaging, he is just going to use his poof ability and disappear. So he's a smart little son of a bitch, but that is a-okay. So poof, they're gone, and I'm just like, geez, where'd these ninjas go? So seeing as I'm trying to fight ninjas and it's not working, I decided instead to buy Stagecoach because everybody knows that Stagecoaches beat ninjas. Also, I'm just going to start kind of popping in his town a bit with hussar. I don't really expect the hussar to do a whole lot. I just expect them to frustrate him while I figure out what to do next. And notice there just a little bit of hotkey action. I'm flipping around, pressing my hotkey 1 for my explorer, pressing my hotkey 3 for my hussar, and of course pressing hotkey 2 for my envoy. So what? It's almost as if I know how to play this game. Ha ha ha. But let's not get too serious here. Okay, moving my hussar back to the center of the map. I am keeping them generally stationed on the peripheries of the ice where I can kind of just swing around to any part fairly easily. I am adding new hussars as they appear to my mass. I have 9 on gold, 6 on food, 7 on wood. Notice, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not actually floating too many resources. Everybody's like, oh, BTN, you're so noob, you float so many resources. Well, look at me. I'm actually doing a pretty decent job. He does manage to kill 1 hussar, and I'm frustrated. He's about to kill another, so I think, you know what? We're going to run away. Because what do we say? He who fights and runs away may live to fight another day. I'm sure whoever said that probably lived a very long and happy life. I have 2 shipments stockpiled up because I'm not paying good attention. Per usual, I'm not good at paying attention to these things. So I do decide to send 700 wood, then a bank wagon, because that seems very economical to me. It's not a very aggressive build, but it is going to get done. Now I bought the Stagecoach upgrades, and now I'm going to start shipping things from all 5 of my trading posts. That's right. While my Japanese opponent's sitting in his base wondering about the glorious mass of hussar running around, I built 5 trading posts, and I now have 3 on food, 2 on gold, and that is going to stimulate the economy, if you know what I mean. It's a big stimulus package. I'm going to sit on his trading post and start to burn it down just a little bit. I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe we can lure his army to the trading post to attack me, and then I'll run away from his army, circle around, and then go kill villagers on the other side of his town, while his infantry is walking around like a bunch of slow schmucks. Well, there come the infantry just as I predicted, so I'm like, you know what? Hasta la vista, motherfucker. We're out of here, and we're going to do a big circle around. Plus, I got 4 more hussar on the way. Why didn't I start playing with hussar at the beginning? I don't know, but I am at a population room because I'm always at a population room. It's like I don't know how to play this game. So 2 more houses coming down. As I'm building houses, knowing that I'm out of population room, I'm trying to queue up more units because I am a complete effing moron. Don't quote me on that one, please, I beg you. Find more sheep, I think. You know what? Screw it, we're killing these sheep. It's worked so far so well for us to kill sheep wherever we find them. And now we're going to start getting some skirms. He is, I think, wising up to the fact that I only have hussar, which means he's only going to be making an ashugari, which means that the next time those ashugari come in to fight my hussar, he's going to find a fistful of skirmisher bullets in his face. Yeah. What? Anyway, at this point, he is kind of wise to my tactics, so I'm going to run away. And then I think, you know what? If he's going to run that way, I'm going to run this way. So we do decide to run on past his units. Looks like he's got a pretty good mass of units. Looks like he's almost got 30 or so units. But the best thing you can do to an opponent's infantry is make them do nothing. And the more time he spends running around chasing my hussar rather than actually attacking my Dutch economy, the better off I'm going to be. I actually do have enough resources here to build a bank, but I think I forget to build a bank, to be honest. I do switch some of my trading posts over to gold, seeing as I am doing pretty solid on gold. But I am running out of mines. Well, I'm not running out of mines. I just have to start reaching out a little bit further to get to the mines. At this point, though, his infantry is walking around. Again, all the time that infantry is walking around is all the time that infantry isn't attacking me. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Meanwhile, I got more skirmishers on the way. Nope, looks like I got more hussar on the way first. Probably should have queued up skirms there, but again, my thought was, hey, if the hussar ain't broke, I ain't fixing. I am mindful, though, that I will be making more skirms. And it looked like I almost clicked on a market there, but nope. Market upgrades are for losers. I don't need market upgrades. I'm BTM. BTM, why you so noob? Well, let me tell you why I'm so noob. I'm noob because I'm good at it. Okay, just kidding. At this point, though, we can see that his massive infantry is starting to attack my trading post, and I'm like, hey, bro, that ain't cool. So let's get all our units into his town and attack his stuff. That's right. You're going to attack my stuff. I'm going to attack your stuff. How does that make you feel? I am also going to start to build some forward barracks. I got all these resources. I'm ready to start just pumping out units and flooding his town. I am sieging down his Ashu something shrine. No, his Toshugu shrine. I am sieging down his Toshugu shrine, and I feel pretty good about it. But I don't want to overextend myself. I probably should actually be looking at those units. But as I was sieging down the shrine, I was paying a little bit of attention to the mini-map, and I noticed that his main army wasn't close. However, he does pop out some samurai, and I start to think, shit. So his samurai kill 1 hussar, 2 hussar. I'm going to need to walk those samurai towards my skirmishers so my skirms can start picking off those sams. So I get 1 sam dead. No, I don't. I get 1 Sam on like 1 health. Nope, there we go. I do get the 2nd Sam killed, and I am just going to start marching my units around. I do feel pretty good about my army composition here, even though my hotkeys are a complete total and hot mess. I have about 15 or 20 skirms, 8 pikes, and then, of course, 10 hussar behind it to back it up. So my thought is, if he does decide to engage me with those hand infantry, the pikes are going to go be a little bit of a wall. The skirms are going to sit behind and just shoot, and the hussar, look at that, they're just going to circle around and go after those Yumi, which makes me feel pretty good. But then we all kind of get a little bit clusterfucked, and you know, a lot of pro players, when they find themselves in this situation, they'll kind of keep running their units around. And I'm not a pro player, so I don't make good decisions. But in that situation, I kind of felt like if I tried to run my hussar around anymore, I'd just take more damage. My skirms were the ones doing all the real damage there, so I thought, you know what, those skirms just need to sit there and keep attacking. So we'll just kind of let the hussar die. But that might not have been too smart. Looks like they died a little bit faster than I expected. Now, you might say, oh my god, BTM, you just lost all your hussar, and I did, and that was stupid. But the plus side for me is beyond having 5 more hussar or so, or 5 more skirms popping, I also have dual racks in production with full queues of skirms. So if he did decide to push out there, he would just find a very ugly hot mess very, very quickly, and that's exactly what we get. We get one of these little micro engagements, as I like to call them, which are the best kind of engagements, where you can pick off 2 or 3 units for free. If you pick off 2 or 3 units 4 or 5 times, you've killed 10 units, so, you know, that's not bad. 8 or 10 units, that's the swing of a fight, ladies and gentlemen, and that is exactly what we're going. By the way, I don't know why I say ladies or gentlemen. My audience is like 95% male, so, alright, so you're all a bunch of pussies. Just kidding. I meant gentlemen. My explorer needs to get the hell up and go walk around. And there he goes. Alright, I did use the hotkey thing to pop him up. It's dubiously illegal. Some people frown on it, some people don't. I don't really want to share it. I felt bad, but I kind of needed him up. So don't quote me on using it. I'd probably advise against it, but it's never been patched out of the game in 8 years. So I feel like exploitive, yes. Cheating, no. He's up. He's there. Alright, don't judge me. I'm judging myself. Okay. So I do think, you know what? You got a bank. That's not cool. Only I'm allowed to have banks. So I decide, you know what? We're going to go siege down that bank, motherfucker. And that's exactly what we do with our big old massive skirms. We're going to siege down that bank. At this point, though, I do realize I'm about to run out of population room. I think I actually already housed myself. So here we go, sieging down that bank. It looks like we're actually going to be able to take it down before any offensive infantry arrives. Just kidding. Nope, we're not going to be able to. And I think, you know what, we're going to run away. I do not want to engage it just yet. I was feeling pretty good about this fight, but I wasn't feeling good enough. So the other trading post is now built, and I do now have a mass of 30 skirms. And if I can creep in, get like a volley off or two with my skirms, then creep back, I feel like that's a pretty good spot. I'm running out of cards to send, so I do decide to send fencing school. And there come some Nagi riders. And I'm like, oh, geez. Oh, man. So I'm going to have to start making some pike just to kind of protect my ass. But I also am going to start throwing down some outpost towers. The reason why I shipped those was just so I could have a shipment center right near the front of my town. Right near the front of my town. Excuse me. Right near the center front of my forward line, and so I can protect all my settlers who are on those herds in that region, because that is my main herding region. Of course, all the fight is happening in front of it. At this point, though, it looks like I think he's up by score by 10 or 20 points. I do kill one more unit for free, and again, it sounds stupid, but every free unit kill is a free unit kill. Yep, Captain Obvious over here, I know. Alright, so, Naginata riders come in, and I think, alright, haha, we're going to walk back, and here come the pikemen. So 10 pike coming in, and I'm hoping that he's not going to notice it, but he does notice it, and instead he chooses to run away, and I'm like, alright, you know what, you want my skirms to stand and fight? I'm feeling pretty good about this whole standing and fighting thing. I don't want to make the mistakes that I made last time. So I do have all my pikemen basically just forward fighting the cav, and it's looking pretty good. I do believe I make more pikemen. Yes, I do. Part of the reason why I make more pikemen is because while his army's kind of shattered and running around, and my pikemen are over there, I want to be able to pick off his units as much as possible. But then I choose to run away. Why do I choose to run away there? Oh, I chose to run away because from my vantage point in that battle, it looked like I didn't kill enough of his cav. While 5 cav may not seem like a big deal, you do not want to be caught naked with 5 cav running at you. So I kind of tried to pull away a little bit and then distract him with my cav just long enough for me to get 10 more pike back in his face. The pike do get back in his face, and I feel pretty good about it. Do I hotkey these pikemen? I feel like I really should hotkey these pikemen. No, I do not. Alright, make a mental note to myself. Hotkey my pikemen next time I play a battle. And I do click 15 more villagers. So that's kind of my solution to not being very good at maintaining villager queue. Just every once in a while I queue up an absurd amount and then I forget about it for a little bit. And then I try to remember by the next time I do need villagers. However, I am at 40 villagers, which for Dutch is pretty good. However, again, I haven't built any banks beyond the one that I got from the bank wagon. I've been too busy fighting. That's right. This is a vintage BTM no bank strategy. At this point, though, I am starting to run out of mines, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, no mines, no problems. So, I'm an idiot. So, we're kind of in a little bit of a fight, not paying attention, running out of gold, huge mass of calves starting to kick my ass, and I'm not feeling all too good about this, but that's okay. And I'm thinking, alright, well, I got some more cav coming. But again, we're about to run out of gold, and I'm kind of in a catch-22 here. I have to make pikes to stay in the fight, but because I don't have enough gold to make units. But if I keep making pike units, I don't have enough wood to build banks. So then I kind of bone myself in the end. So who's the real loser here? I am. At this point, I'm floating way too many resources, and I mean way. So I think, you know what? All right, we'll switch some of our trading posts to wood, and we will be a-okay. Now, we did pull back from that fight, unfortunately, but the good news is we pulled back from that fight without losing too badly. So it was okay. I don't know. I don't like losing fights, but I do not mind leaving a fight. Why? Because he who fights and runs away may live to fight another day. So at this point, I do decide, you know what? Hey, let's hotkey our units. And then I think, you know what? We're winning. Let's age up to the next age and get some cooler units. We're going to get a free upgrade to all our skirmishers. That's pretty nice. And then we'll get some Reuters. So I decided to send all my units to circle the ice ring. And I'm thinking, let's just attack from another angle. So if we keep attacking from the same way, he's going to get suspicious of it. But then I see a huge, massive cav marching around. And I think, you know what? I don't want your massive cav killing all my villagers. So I'm just going to have to get you to come back to your town and try to defend it. And that is exactly what we do. At this point, though, we do have more skirms coming. We are popped. And, oh, those calves are going to come. Those calves are going to come. But look at that. Because I have all my pikemen hotkeyed, I am not having as many difficulties as usual with maneuvering them around. So as the hussar and the skirms do pressure all those enemy archers running around, I'm just marching my pike around trying to protect. So now that's all they're doing. The pike are marching around. They're not being hit. and the rest of the units are either burning down the shrine or picking on his settlers or Yumi archers, and that is a pretty good place to be. So I was feeling pretty good at this point. I'm like, all right, you know what? People say BTM isn't as attractive as he says, but this is a pretty sexy battle plan going on right now, all because he didn't expect me to run in that way. So I do decide to ship some more units. I'm going to use the outpost tower as a drop-off point, because why the hell not? And at this point, I'm just shooting things in his town. I'm feeling pretty good, and I am pretty much catching all of his Naginata riders whenever they end up appearing. And I'm doing a pretty good job of keeping them kind of dispersed in my massive skirms. I'm not kind of running them out in front or making them easy targets. So the skirms are kind of able to do their work pretty nicely, and the pikes are doing their work by really just distracting him and allowing the skirms to do their work, which is kind of sucks to be the meat shield unit, but hey, they're doing a good job. Am I right? Am I right? So at this point, the skirms are doing a pretty nice job. My pikemen are still alive. He manages to circle around with 5 or so Naginatas. A little bit of a bummer, but there's the pikemen to do it. So he killed, what, 4 skirms there? But he could have killed like 15 skirms if I didn't have those pikes around. So the pikes are going to do their job and just pretty much clean up. Plus now I have Reuters to back me up even further. But again, at this point, I just feel like we have so many units in his town and doing such a good job that I'm almost not even concerned about, you know, massing or focusing down any units. I just think, all right, we just need to go kill things. And that's pretty much what we're going to do. I do decide to send 7 more Reuters. Feeling pretty good at this point. I'm going to make more skirms. All my units are kind of cluster-fucked around in this town, running around, but that's okay. We're going to just focus down this barracks, and then we're going to go for the consulate, and then we're going to siege down everything else. And look at that cheeky bastard trying to go up to the 4th age, building another wonder. Oh, no, wait, that was a 3rd age wonder, but either way, it's GG at this point. He realizes that BTM has a lot of units in his town, and BTM won. So that was a fun game. I turned off my live recording narration. That way I could focus on the gameplay, and it became a really fun match. I love trading posts. I mean, I am a trading post slut. So, yes, I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. I do not have a quote of the day today because I kind of forgot, to be honest, but we will get that up on our next match. Really fun match with a guy. And if you want to play me, feel free to message me or join my game. I usually just join my games under the heading of 1v1 or something relatively similar. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Good luck and happy hunting. My name is BTM. By the way, look at how close this game was. We were less than 300 resources apart. I probably should have built banks and done a better job, but man, oh man, what a fight, what a fight, what a fight. It was a lot of fun. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, good luck and happy hunting. BTM out.
Klaar. Hallo? Hallo? Ja, commando.